with anything related to, I'm not
What?
going to say it now.
To what? Yep.
I might
To
as well just
lighting.
sign off now then. Bye, guys.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I
Why are you
can't
shitting on
have
Emily's
people-
brand, huh? Why aren't you letting Emily have a brand of her own? You know?
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
have it all you guys want on the days I can't make the show, which in 2 weeks I won't be on. So run with it then, please.
What's in 2 weeks? You going back to London?
No, I'm gonna be in San Diego for TwitchCon. So
Oh, shit.
I will be on site, learning, gathering, doing R&D. So yeah, let the jokes fly on the weeks I'm not here, please. I just really try to minimize people associating me with anything in that topic as much as possible.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
the same way about drugs.
Yeah. You two are just major party poopers over here.
I know. We suck. I'm sorry.
I got to carry the load on all the drugs and all the dicks.
I have a friend,
Katie,
okay?
Katie
I have a
helps.
friend. I have
Katie
a friend that keeps me well informed. I just,
That's
you
true.
know, I have a friend, okay? They have a lot of
God
taste
for
and a
Eden's
lot of
friends.
experience. Thank God.
Man, where would this podcast be without Eden's friend who has all that experience?
All the experience. We're
Such
so
an open
close.
book and just great at sharing all of their experiences.
I agree. I don't know what I would do without them. I would just have no life experience whatsoever.
So we've got Zach Eurotripping. We've got Katie and Mo coming in for the late shift. And we have Bodega Boy asking us to rank these 5 Zach reactions in order of funniest to least funny. Too many options in a list. Gen Zers using patois. Ope, Zach. Telling us about making friends he didn't want. And there is no 5th option. That was just to annoy Zach.
Yo, I mean, okay, so it's funniest to least funniest. So least is number 5, right?
Yeah.
Least funny is number 5. Least funny is there's no 5th option.
Oh yeah, I think that was just
that was a given.
trap for Zach
Yeah.
if he was on, but he's not.
I mean,
I feel
Ope is definitely the funniest, I think. Don't you?
I think we've almost reached capacity.
Your level has been met.
I think I have enough opes to last me a lifetime.
Do a mega cut. We need a mega cut.
Well, there's somebody in the Discord who's been tracking opes in a Cinephobe episode.
Get out. Really?
And the Pest had 82. And I'm guessing, yes, exactly, Briscoe. I'm oped out. I've been oped too much. But yeah, like it's because 1, it was a problematic movie. 2, it's probably a couple by me, a couple by Amin as well. But I don't think Zach is putting up 82, but that would be a lot. So, but anyways, you think that's number 1, Emily?
I do. I still laugh at it sometimes. Also, it would be nice if some kind fan made it into a song. Like an electronic song. That'd be dope. I'm putting that into the ether.
To me, it's between. I think too many options on the list is also played out. I do
because
think
people know not to do it anymore. Yeah,
for the most part. And now he's just posturing when he's like, "And don't you even think about putting more than 4?" So I think that's the last one for me. It's between Gen Zers using patois and telling a story about friends he didn't want. I think telling a story about making friends he didn't want is number 1 for me right now.
I think so too, just because I get the feeling that he's already doing what he can to avoid the situation. I mean, his existence to begin with. But like it just keeps happening to the point where it's still funny. Just because it seems to like not be as repetitive in how it happens also. Like there's always like some sort of story. Like I love the one that he was the one that he kind of he blocked real quick. He tried to. I think we're gonna get a follow-up with that, but it's just like kind of funny how it's like he's living his life in a way where he's trying to actively avoid people, but but it's just like the opposite effect is happening. And it's just above Gen Zs using internet platform for me, just because like we only talk about that. I feel like it just pops up when it comes up in conversation for like, but it doesn't. I see much more of Jack trying to avoid friends and it happening against his will.
I hope that happens while he's on vacation. I hope we get some European friend making.
Oh man,
that's gonna
watch him go to Europe, and everybody ignores him.
He's gonna make a friend at the Midwestern restaurant. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, if he went to the Midwestern Hearty Portions Diner, I'm sure he would make a friend because it'd be Americans. But I'm guessing like he was just in Amsterdam. The Dutch are very kind, but they're not exactly like trying to fill your ears up with small talk. That's
we lost him.
Hey, Maze. It's such a good phrase.
I know. I thought he was just like it was one of those moments where it freezes and you're like, wait, is that intentional?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who unplugged Maze's internet? Because
is the cat.
Yeah. Did one of the cats chew through the Ethernet cord? Although I'm curious. Yeah, I thought Maze was shocked too. But
I wonder if this all gets restarted if he has to log out and log back in. Technology.
It depends. I don't know about StreamYard. I know some of the other apps that I use will start right back up where you started if you need to force quit. I'm also wondering if he has just, he was in the middle of a rant and if he just didn't even realize that he was frozen for a while.
I guarantee you he was talking for at least 30 seconds longer than.
Yeah, he was like right about to go into his point. But for those of you guys watching, Zach recently, as in like within the last hour, shared the Midwestern Diner as a place that he found in Denmark. The insane thing to me is that it has 4.6 stars, over 1,000 reviews. Like over 1,000 reviews. Like I'm like, we need to go. I should have asked more follow-up questions, but I was in a meeting. But I'm like, I want to know if he checked to see who is leaving those reviews. Are these Denmark people leaving reviews for the American Diner, or is the Midwestern Diner? I'm sorry, Midwestern Diner, or if it's like Americans. I feel like it might be Denmark people leaving the reviews. Like,
or other international travelers in Denmark kind of going there as a novelty. Thing. Those pancakes looked soggy and flat and not tasty at all. Like I was definitely digging into like the photos. And
the pancakes were flat. Yeah.
They looked really bad. Also, thank you. This is a fancy shirt. I bought it because it says help. So I wear this for work just to see if, funny. As an Easter egg.
If anyone notices, it's like a silent cry for help that no one's noticing. Yeah.
It's like I've been held against my will to work in a corporate environment.
Yeah. So since we're not able to put stuff on the stream while Maze is somewhere, if you guys want to look up the Midwestern Diner in somewhere cultivert in Denmark, you can check it out.
Pronunciation there.
Yeah, I only claim to try with Asian languages. I'm like with any European languages, I'm actually like I just lean into the fact that I'm gonna sound as gringo as I possibly can. But the pancakes look really flat. I will say that the creative shakes look interesting. Those have become kind of popular here. And I've also noticed them in California when I was traveling. I don't know if you've noticed them.
Would you ever do boozy milkshakes? Like for me, I can't because, lactose, but I've been doing boozy hot chocolate for the last week.
It doesn't have milk in it?
Not the one that I use. It's like a dark chocolate.
Oh, you're making it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually making it because, whiskey is good mixed with dark chocolate. I didn't really realize that until recently, and now I'm a little addicted to it. That's like my nightcap.
The boozy milkshakes thing has been popping up for actually, like, I'm now thinking the one that I saw in California, I think was also boozy milkshake, but I feel like they're kind of the same thing. Like if a place offers fancy boozy milkshakes, they're going to offer the non-boozy ones also. So that's mostly what I've seen from walking around. I don't know. We don't have more information about the Midwestern Diner and whether those are boozy or not. Um,
They just said creative, so it
yeah, they
could
just
be
said
boozy.
creative.
So Eden, what's the most creative milkshake you've ever had?
I don't think I've had one actually. Like, I've just done the
You've done,
basic
like
ones.
oh, okay.
Like, I mean, I've done like a regular one with like whipped cream and, you know, like the usual like cherry but I haven't actually had anything like one of the really cracked out ones that are very popular to show off on Instagram. What
Yeah.
about you?
The craziest one I had was an ube one, and no alcohol, because I'm really sparing with my milkshakes, but it was an ube milkshake with fruity pebbles on it, which was actually pretty dope.
That's it though.
Yeah.
That's kind of disappointing. Like, I feel like if I want a fancy milkshake, I want it to have like
What
I
do you
want to
want,
be
like
listing off ingredients. Like,
gold flakes or oh, you mean like a lot of
yeah,
ingredients.
or like
Okay.
I'm thinking of the ones that are like overflowing, like the ones in these pictures, which I don't know if
Ooh.
anyone has bothered to look them up, but
Yo, a Captain
yeah.
Crunch shake sounds amazing.
Well, so like Kith here does like the cereal milkshakes
Mm.
but I don't think of them as the fancy milkshakes because it's just cereal milkshakes with like cereal topping. But I feel like I see some on Instagram with like a whole half cupcake out, you know, and like
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking when you were mentioning your ube milkshake. I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, and it actually had like half of an ube potato popping out of it, you know,
Oh,
like
no.
a roasted candied ube potato. Can't you see that being a thing?
Yeah,
Candied
I can. So
ube,
kind of
yeah.
like the milkshake version of like a over the top Bloody Mary, right? So
Yes,
it has a bunch of
that's
things
actually what I
sticking
was
out of
thinking of
it.
was the Bloody Mary. Like that's what I was thinking of when someone says creative shakes. At least like I said, from wandering in not in Taiwan, but in America, because America is where these milkshake things tend to happen.
Yeah.
The other, I feel like in Asia, it was just cool bubble teas on levels that we are not anywhere near reaching here in America.
I actually haven't had bubble tea in like over a year.
Well, because Japan doesn't know how to do bubble tea, kind of.
I didn't even try, but we have like, Gongcha and stuff around here, and I've been
Yeah, the
in like
chains.
California. They have good bubble tea places there too. I don't know. You know what it is? When it wasn't that popular, I would get it a lot because there would not be lines. Now there are like lines out the door. You have to wait for like a half an hour for a bubble
At
tea.
like Gongcha, though?
Yeah, at like
Oh,
Gongcha
okay. I'm
or
like
like
at the
Funky
chains?
Tea. Yeah,
Like
at the chains. Well, and it's also because I'm not willing to download the app and like go through all of the thing. It's a spur of the moment purchase for me, but I'm so lazy. I'll just see the line and I'm like, nah, I'm good. So fine. I'll just go home and make a boozy hot chocolate.
yeah, I just also I don't know. I'm not like there's enough options here, I feel, where I don't have to I feel this is not just about bubble tea, but I'm just like I'm not gonna wait in line for like I mean like I'll wait like 15 to 20 minutes, like a acceptable amount of time, but it's like if there's a line wrapped around the block, like I'm never getting in that line. Like
Yeah.
I'm like my time costs so much more than costs more than this.
So when you were in Taiwan, you didn't wait in line for food? Because like when I was in Japan, you had to wait in line and some of those lines went all around a building and I couldn't. The food looked amazing, but I couldn't
I
do it.
feel like Japan is kind of known for those viral places that have lines around the block and it's like the only option, it's the only place you can get it there. But that's that is the case for some stuff in Taiwan, but if it is, it tends to be like a random noodle cart that just moves really quickly because they're used to the
Oh,
high volume, but like
so like they sell out real quick so that people try to
well, I
get
think
it?
it's just quick turnover. Like
Oh,
they just
gotcha.
move things really fast and it's not stuff that takes that long. But like I know what you're talking about. It's like I see them on my food algorithm and I feel
Yeah.
like Japan has a lot of those like specifically really good for like one thing and that's like what people are lining up for. But I'm also just like I just don't feel like anything tastes as good as waiting over 2 hours in line for. Like there's just nothing that tastes that good to me. That I'm not gonna be
You
able to get something that tastes almost as good or, like, maybe
Yeah.
3/4 as good for, like, not having to wait at all. Like
Yeah, that's true, that's true. My major regret though is that I didn't go to a Costco, like, in Japan.
Oh, I want to go to a Japan Costco so
I want to go
bad.
to, or
I have
even
no
in like
interest in
Korea
America.
or in
Yeah.
China, like
Anywhere
their
with
Costco's are
prepared food. Yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
see them on my algorithm and I get so jealous for like some of the food options and frozen food options that they have that I'm just like, why does America's grocery stores and convenience food store food just suck compared to
Well,
everywhere else in the world?
so you actually might be in an area. So if you go, well, okay, no, let me take that back. If you go out to Jersey where all the Asians are, the Costco's out there actually have a lot of Asian foods, like real Asian foods that they bring in and like brand here. So you actually
That's
might be able to get some
fascinating.
cool. Yeah, you might be able to
Yeah,
find.
but I'm never going out to Jersey for Costco. The only reason I go out to Jersey is for my friend's child, and that's the only Brusco just said he's not gonna wait 2 hours in line at a hospital, he would rather die. Same. Although, isn't it in America, has anyone ever gone to the hospital impromptu and not had to wait 2 hours in line might be a better question. But yeah. Alright, I guess we should do some questions. May's
Yes, so,
internet went out, y'all. May's internet is out, so I don't
feel
know
like this is
how
a
anyone
flag.
else is gonna so me and Emily have taken over the stream, and we're gonna do some questions because that's what the show is for. Until Maze sends us a note to not keep going, we're just gonna I don't know, I do content, so
I
Alright.
want to know about We Gotta Fled's lean cuisine tasting. He talked about it briefly, but it was
Alright,
like,
well, let's wait,
I'm
what do you
throwing it
mean?
out there.
His, like, review or his question?
Yeah, his review. Did he have a
Okay.
question? I'm really behind on.
Yeah, I'll navigate. We Got a
Okay.
Fled says, I mean, I'm not just gonna read through his review. So people can subscribe to Patreon and go to Discord if they want that content. Shouts to We Got a Fled for taking one for the team.
Yeah.
But he says, since the answer obviously isn't lean cuisine, what is your go-to food when you need something quick at home but you don't have time to cook?
Ooh, good question. Cereal.
All right, give me top 3 cereals.
Oh, they're all gonna be really old and boring. I really like the peanut butter kashi cereal. It's like not that good for you, but because it's kashi, they kind of try to tell you that it's good.
I thought you said when it was kashi, I thought was like you were gonna say it is good for you. I was like, nice.
It's not like no cereal's good for you, dude. Like that's all bad. But I like it because I'm a real big fan of like crunchy things. But like my number one is I love Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios are
It's a
elite. Like
classic. The
they're
milk
never.
is so good.
It's so good afterwards.
So
You can eat them
good.
dry, and it's not too bad, you know. So yeah, I don't know
Does
what
kids do the Honey Nut Cheerios? I'm gonna look that up. I always get the Lucky Charms, but now I'm like, I feel like that would be really good.
Well, back in the day when everyone was doing Magic Spoon commercials, like I tried that, and that was good, but really expensive. So it's like I can't justify this amount of money on cereal. It's crazy.
Oh, the Magic Spoon. Yeah.
It was like the monk fruit sweetener and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They were pretty decent, but like the bags were small. Trying to think, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That
Cinnamon
is
Toast
always
Crunch.
good. I don't usually buy it
So
for
you go
myself.
sweet if you want something like to replace a meal, like that's like your go-to.
It's only if it's something I'm like not cooking, you know what I mean? And I have to do it like quickly. Like last night I didn't want to make dinner, so I just had a bowl of cereal because I was like working.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I'm like cooking something and it has to be quick, like Korean ramen, ramen with an egg.
Are you Jin or Shin?
I like Shin, classic Shin. I know a lot of people like black Shin now because that's like an option, but I do either Shin or I'll do nogori, which is like the thick udon noodle ones that's like spicy.
I just feel like Shin noodles, it doesn't matter which flavor it is, they just get soggy so quickly. Like I'm like, it gets soggy before it's cool enough to eat is my beef with Shin. So I'm a Jin girly. But I also go, if I have bread, I'll do just like toast, like bread with butter or bread with cream cheese as like a quick like throwing together something to eat. I I also do like just rice cooker with like kimchi and a fried egg, because that's like I almost always have kimchi, and fried egg is I'm relatively able to make. So Chuck Strill says, I know people who ate dry ramen in college. That's a snack
It's
in
good.
Asia, East Asia. It's really the same thing, but like they just repackage it usually in a way that it's usually crumbled, so it's not like a sheet of noodles that you're like biting into, and it's just like bite size. It's really good. There's a bunch of different flavors. So I know
I mean, you
that
can
it's
do
like a
that with
funny
like any
concept
ramen.
for some
Yeah.
people, but I'm like, that's actually a whole industry. Whole industry. All right, so I'm waiting for Maze to see what he wants us to do, but we'll just keep banging through questions then. I like this one from Burn Notice, although it's been a while since we watched the movie, but he asked, what would your role be in a takers like criminal organization? We've kind of done this one before in like various different, worded slightly differently, but Maze says mac and cheese. Is it the Annie's white shells? The mac and cheese that your mom used to make?
Oh, hi, Maze. You're just joining us is this like the flip where you're not being the host and instead you're going to be a participant listener?
But yeah, Maze, let us know what your role is in a takers like criminal organization. By the way, since I know you're listening / watching, you're gonna have to sign back on to end the stream somehow.
It's the never ending stream. I'm sorry, what was the question again?
In takers like criminal organization, what's your role in like a heist, essentially?
I'm the person that can fit in small spaces. So like Ocean's 11, I'm the acrobat one for sure.
I thought about this one, and I'm like, I feel like I'm a great, I forgot the term. I literally just had it, but the person that creates the distraction. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
Like the person that diverts attention. What is that called? We don't think we know.
I don't know. I always use the term rope-a-dope, but that's not applicable here, I don't think.
That's not the term I was looking for, but it's the person that creates the diversion. To whenever Maze is like actually doing something useful in the back, but I'm the one that's like, oh, this is my account. Why isn't the bank pulling up my account correctly? The distractor.
What would be your like go-to distraction? Would you be like a Karen kind of distraction, or would you go more for the physical type of like you drop a drink or something like that?
Yeah, that one for sure is like I'm very good. I can't play the Karen very well. Model minority mindset growing up and just in general. But I'm very good at apologizing, obviously, because model minority mindset. Like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I can't believe I just spilled all of this all over you. How can I help? Should I buy you a new shirt? Do you want to go shopping with me right now? Like, yeah, I think that's a role that I feel confident in. I obviously can't drive. Because I would get everyone in a wreck.
Yeah, that was my second choice. Honestly, I would love to have the experience of being on a track where I could drive as fast as I wanted to, and I would love to learn how to drift, but I also don't want to die, and I feel like there's a good chance that I would flip myself because I like going fast.
Have you ever been in a situation where you almost did?
Crash?
I have, just almost tipped the car. Yeah. Like I didn't know that I was, but like I used to drive pretty recklessly, and like people behind me, especially because I used to have a 4Runner, so it was like a very tall car. Like
so you didn't have a low center of gravity. I always drove like Honda Civics, so
people were behind, like just like when you go from place to place, like with a bunch, like a group, people were like, "Yo, that turn was a little dicey," and I'm like, I had no idea, honestly, because I'm in the car, you can't see it, but they're like, yeah, should probably have listened to them all those years later.
Eden, I'm so glad you live in New York now.
I am too. I hated driving. I never enjoyed it. Like I do enjoy road trip driving, because that's just like that's not bad, and there's like a specific goal, but I never liked, that's half the reason I moved here. The other half was food. I'm just like, I didn't want to drive anymore. Like driving is a terrible Terrible
yeah.
user experience. I'm laughing at the comment about the Tokyo Drift theme
Yeah,
song.
that song goes through my head on a daily basis, pretty much. I may or may not have a driving playlist that has that song in it. Also, ludicrous. Anyway, but that's also because I live in a place where people are terrible drivers, and there's a lot of us.
Do you get the diplomat spillover?
We get a lot of diplomats
Yeah.
that don't know how to drive, but
Yeah,
so
that's
I
what I
mean,
always heard about the DMV is the diplomats fucking it up for everyone.
honestly, we all hate each other equally. So Virginia drivers think Maryland drivers are the worst. Maryland drivers think that Virginia and DC drivers are the worst. And there's always like this competition on who has the worst drivers. I personally think that Virginia drivers are the worst, but that's just my opinion. I think that's just from growing up here, though. You just
Yeah.
have to be like assertive and aggressive. You can't be like, scared. If you're a scared driver, you're not going to make it here. You're going to have a mental breakdown.
But there is the wreck rate, like, do you see them very often?
You know what's
Because I'm
interesting?
surprised that I don't see more wrecks here.
But I feel like people don't drive fast enough. Like you might see fender benders, but you may not get as many like big like wrecks. But I've been seeing a lot, and this might just be because of a social media account that I started following a couple of years ago. But there's a lot of cars that are running into buildings. Like every couple of weeks, I'll see a picture of the front end of a car in like a 7-Eleven or something. And then also just random cars catching on fire on the freeway. It's kind of post-apocalyptic if you think about it.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, not even in a wreck? It's just by itself? It's just, like, on the shoulder and, like
Yeah. I literally
Wow.
drove by one the other day where it was just sitting on the on the shoulder, and it was full blaze. And everyone was slowing down to look at it as we drove by. And I'm like, guys, there's like gas in the tank. Can we drive fast? Because I don't want to be here if it explodes, right? I don't know if that actually happens like it does in the movies, but I'm not trying to find out. I don't want to be next to it.
Yeah, yo, Brusco, we need to get someone from Miami on to talk about driving in Miami. Because I'm like, obviously we hear about it. I know Brusco has experience with it. I love his description of saying that Miami is a mix of 20-year-old cokeheads and 90-year-olds. I've heard, we've heard some things about the Miami driving experience, but I would love to hear from someone that has lived it, So who wants to come on the show that can tell us about the Miami driving experience? Not right now, obviously, because Maze is the only one that can run the stream, and neither of us have that capability. So we're trying to sort out how we're even going to end the stream, because I'm like, I can't carry for more than like 10 more minutes. I'm like,
also,
I'm
this
gonna go,
this sweater
but
is not appropriate, Eden. Like literally help. We've been abandoned in the podcast stream.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get Maze to end the stream somehow. Otherwise, like, it's just gonna be never ending, and that's gonna mess up our entire analytics. So bear with us. But if y'all have questions, drop them in, because we're not gonna end until probably at least 3 more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, one of the worst places I've ever driven is Philly, and only because there are so many potholes that take up the entire street that you really can't get around them, and they're all like one way. And also like the parallel parking there is like crazy. Like they park their cars in the middle of the road, like where it should be like a divider. It's just cars parked there overnight. That shit drove me crazy.
And they don't get tickets?
No, that's like those are actual parking spots apparently, but you have to be moved out by a certain time, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like a free for all. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I also heard,
but like, how do you get from the parking spot to like there's traffic and you just I don't know if I'm like not picturing this like.
So like imagine like 2 lanes this way, 2 lanes this way. In the middle, there's like a median, but there's no median. It's just like an empty space outlined.
But how do people get in there and then like
drive and park like just in the middle?
But are people not trying to parallel park into those spots?
No, because the parallel parking's on the sides. So there's parallel parking on the sides, 2 lanes of traffic this way, and in the middle, just cars parked. Like
yeah, but like how are they parked?
Oh, like I think they're parked like on a diagonal. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you're not having people like trying to like I was just like I thought it was just like because you said the median, so I was legit just thinking the median as constructed, but like for people to just drive into and park. But I'm like, I mean, that only works to a certain like extent, and then someone's gonna need to back into a spot. But if they're diagonal, then that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. More food talk. You guys want more food talk?
No, I'm actually like not. I like need to figure out what to eat for lunch/dinner. If y'all want to talk about food, and by talk about food, I mean you guys better give me food recommendations in the comments.
Did you go get a corned beef sandwich the other day?
No, I don't really want one though. Like I had the corned beef. I've still not had a pastrami sandwich or Reuben or whatever. But the thing is, like I had the corned beef sandwich after we tried it, after it was mentioned on the call, and I was like, it was like good, and I'm glad I tried it, but it's not something that I'm ever like, oh man, I want a corned beef sandwich so bad. Like I'm never gonna like order that again. Like unless it's like I'm with a group that wants to go eat somewhere and it happens to be on the menu and it's like better than any of the other sandwich options, which in New York, it's realistically just not going to be the best sandwich option, in my opinion. Like I realize it's an opinion thing. Thank you, Brusco. Pastrami is overrated. I'm glad to have that confirmation. But it's just like I'm not gonna like when I'm in a situation, I will try it if it's a day that I'm feeling adventurous. But like just based on the corned beef experience, and I think last time y'all told me it was pretty close. Like there's like slight nuances to it, but it's essentially the same sandwich more or less, that I'm like, I really have to be in the mood for that. It's just not really my May pastrami is not overrated. Well, you're not on the show to defend it, so like I guess it is overrated until someone figures out how to get me out of this situation. Maze told us to just leave the studio, so you guys might be left with a empty stream because I am gonna leave in like 5 minutes unless y'all drop a question in here. Brusco knows I can carry a show for hours. That doesn't mean I want to though, especially not on my lunch break. So so yeah, last call for questions before me and
Dutch crunch bread
hop off. Oh, what about Dutch crunch bread? I still haven't gotten to experience it yet. Maze makes it look so good. Those of you guys that have had Dutch crunch bread, please tell me where to get it in New York. As far as I know, it's not available outside of the Bay Area. Have you seen it, Emily? Anywhere?
No, I haven't. Yeah. I haven't seen it anywhere, but you know, where I am, I'm not surprised.
I only know
I'm
of it
surprised it's not in New York. I feel like every kind of food is in New York.
You would think so, but like legit, I have only seen it as a concept from Maze sharing about the Dutch crunch bread, which is apparently everywhere in the Bay Area, but I have not seen it in New York. New York, I'm not gonna lie, the typical place that does sandwiches do not have amazing bread options. Like the bread kind of isn't the point, I think, in New York. Like it's just a typical like hero bun, or is it a roll? A bun?
It's a roll.
Do you know what I mean? Like okay, like a bread in sub form, like a long submarine shaped form. But I'm like, is it a bun? Now that I'm like just tripping myself out, like, okay, so May says it's a roll. Okay, but yeah, I feel like the bread is not the highlight of a lot of delis and places that do sandwiches here. Like it's like they have really good like cuts of meat or like the fresh mozzarella or just like really creatively constructed sandwiches with like good combinations. But like the bread is I've actually just like I've not had that many sandwiches where I'm like, this was like amazing bread. And I actually really love bread. So yeah.
Someone asked, what's the shortest amount of time? Sorry, the chat's going. Oh, Mueller asked, what's the shortest amount of time you've spent somewhere you flew into? Because he's thinking about a 12-hour trip to Chicago. I think the shortest time I've spent like outside of an airport or whatever was in Porto, Portugal. And I was there for like no, it wasn't Porto. What's the other major city in Portugal? Shit.
I don't know. Lima?
No, maybe it was
the capital.
Yeah, it was some. Now this is really bothering me, but I was there for like 24 hours, and I was gonna go do stuff, but the Pope was there, and I couldn't.
Lisbon, not Lima.
Lisbon, thank
Sorry.
you. It was Lisbon, Portugal, and the Pope was there, so like all the streets were shut down. So, and there's like all these rowdy Christian kids walking around drinking. So, yeah, I didn't get to do much.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Lima is a capital of something, right? Just not Portugal. Yeah. Sorry about that. Listen, guys, I don't claim to know anything about Europe or European culture, okay? I am like the East Asian consultant correspondent. I don't claim to be able to understand how things. Okay, thank you. Peru. I wasn't insane. It's just a different country that starts with a P, okay? So
I mean, this is historically the first all-female, first all-Asian American mailbag.
That's kind of funny.
If anything, you guys should be asking us questions about that.
Also, Zach just said, I can't do Zach's comment. I'm sorry. In the side chat, you guys are gonna have to subscribe to the Patreon for that. It's not gonna go in there. Okay, fine, Zach. Okay, fine. Zach said, our favorite honest podcaster, said that Lisbon is where lesbians come from. Okay, Zach said that. The honest podcaster that's currently not on the show because he's not able to be added to the stream because Maze isn't here to produce the stream. He's the one that said that, not me. I actually think it's a great joke, and as you guys know, I'm an ally.
Also, Katie's also in Limbo Land and has said, let's be honest. Which I think is a good follow-up.
It is.
We're all in a prison of our own making.
I'm still mad that I read it. I caved into peer pressure, but
I think that's great.
I have to be an ally to Zach because he is an ally. Oh my god!
Oh, we've got people.
Oh, thank God! I was
the dumbest internet situation ever.
I was about to put in the private chat, Emily, we're hard outing in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna leave.
I was just gonna put my cat in front of the computer and walk away.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to do stuff on my computer, so
that would have been perfectly fine. I'm stunned that you guys kept it going for 30 minutes.
Luckily we had questions. Yeah, we had questions. So, we have
30 minutes.
We have the chat to thank for that.
Yeah, my shit dropped 6 minutes in, and I was talking, and everything started spinning.
Just keep leaving that leave that comment for up forever.
Yeah,
I can't take it down
forever.
He said, "Kill my typo, please."
No, bring it up.
The internet patios. I love those internet patios.
Yeah, internet patios for life. Internet patios.
Did I tell you about that? The patio patois thing?
No, what?
So I don't know. Months ago, I ranted on Instagram about how stupid some patois is or something. I can't remember. And someone I vaguely know responded with like, "Oh, I love patios," and I just didn't respond because I was like, "That's stupid. You didn't read it." So they're not a close enough person to correct them. Yeah. And then like a month later, patios today, and I was like, no, please, like just you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Welcome to the Friday Mailbag. It's Saturday in Copenhagen.
I don't know what day it is, man. I'm fucking tired. I slept like 2 hours last night. I couldn't sleep. I'm exhausted. I lost my AirPods.
Oh no!
What do you mean?
I left my everyday Raycons in the U.S. I thought I had them in my bag. I didn't, but I did have my AirPods in there. And then they fell out of my pocket on the plane here. And then I tracked them, and they think they got thrown away. And someone was going to, like, people here are super nice.
Yeah.
Super nice. Like they were like with me, helping me track it for a while. I was tracking with my my phone.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so the area that shows this is the waist area. from the cleanup crew. So I have someone driving over there. They're going to see if they can much.
Cool story, bro.
If we find them, Openhagen. It's about to be.
So they got thrown away because no one wanted
Yeah.
to put them in their ears. Aw,
Apparently.
that sucks.
This is like the rare situation where if someone had like actually stolen them, you might have had a better chance of tracking them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I could have found them.
Yeah. Someone was just gonna like actually use the AirPods versus like
Yeah.
they just like got accidentally thrown away.
Yeah. No, the Danish and the Dutch are lovely people. You know?
Are they
really-
Aren't they
difference.
really tall? They're tall over there, right?
They're not like I was expecting taller.
Yeah.
At least with in Amsterdam. Yeah,
Mhm.
the whole country's a dating app. I was expecting taller.
That's
But
funny.
but I've barely gotten around here I just got into my hotel and I'm tired, exhausted, so I was going to like just rest here, jump on the mailbag for a little bit and then explore. But I haven't seen too many tall people here in Copenhagen yet.
Interesting.
I think it's a higher floor. It's just like everybody's 5'11" or taller. There's just no short people.
Women are really short though here.
Okay.
Really?
I saw a bunch of short women, but yeah, like I think all the guys are minimum 5'11".
Bunch of shorties. I get it.
And like actually 5'11", not
Yeah,
like
like
5'9".
not dating at 5'11".
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know you guys kind of did this question.
Let's do them all again.
The lean cuisine, when you need to eat something quick, but you guys missed the part where Sage Prophet 937 said last week, first half of the pod just sounds elitist. Not everyone has enough to cook full meals. Sometimes TV dinners is all people can afford.
Cook fucking mac and cheese or top ramen, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's not about it's not
so much better.
Yeah, it's not about cheap stuff to cook. It's about lean cuisine is garbage.
Do you know how much rice costs to make?
It's rice and beans.
Yeah.
If you were really trying to save money, you could
Yeah.
do rice and beans or
Yeah.
any number of other, like, people have been poor for hundreds of millions of years and eaten. It's
You
happening.
You know what?
That's why it is such a travesty when these Asian restaurants out here make you pay $2 for a bowl of rice. I'm like, it is basically free for you to make
Sometimes
this
3.
rice, okay?
Sometimes 3.
I mean, it's offensive. And like specific food, and especially Chinese food, is meant to be eaten with rice. Who is out here eating double cooked pork belly with no rice? Like, that's insane. Like, who is eating mapo tofu with no rice? Like, what?
I
Like,
was going to say the exact same dish.
Yep.
I know,
With
I
the
thought
same
you were.
pronunciation.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, I thought so
I
too.
definitely
Yeah.
know what Eden said.
And
Yeah.
yeah, what's that other dish? The other dish, Eden, that you would not eat without rice? It's
I
right off
wouldn't
the tip of my tongue.
also eat
All of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, what you said, yeah.
Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah,
orange
Kung Pao,
chicken.
yeah.
Tingo Binman. Get the dudes out of here.
I want to say this about that commenter, not Tingo Binman, the one who said the elitist. That was actually an elite, stupid comment. So you're the elitist in a way. How about
I just
that?
feel bad for you. I feel bad for you if you think that that's the only option you have. Like,
Yeah,
I just don't believe that.
Lean cuisine is so much more expensive than top ramen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more expensive
Way
than top
more.
ramen. It's more expensive than, like,
Especially if you're
buying
buying ramen a
produce.
case at a time, which is the best deal because you basically get it for like less than $1, at least back in those days. Now it's
Wait,
like more.
Were we
but-
just joined by a movie star? Look at this glamour queen over here.
Are those real sunglasses or is that a filter?
These are real, baby.
It feels like a party now. Missed you guys.
Where are my sunglasses?
Katie, do you think that your coworker who ate lean cuisine at work, is that all he could afford?
He's the. I shouldn't say his title.
Oh,
He can afford more.
He's Lord of the Reach, protector
Like-
of the realm.
He can
Clearly
afford a hungry
HR.
man. No, but I
You-
had to. I almost. I had an issue with HR earlier today.
against you or for you?
Well, I asked them a question because they're fucking stupid over here, and one of them gave me a wrong answer about my benefits, so I basically am paying double than what she told me I was paying.
Ah, yes, that
And
happens.
she's like, "Well, I
often.
can't change it," and she keeps talking to me. I'm like, "I'm good. Yeah, thank you. I'm good," and I had to like step out before I really got out of pocket. But she will be fixing that.
Oh, good luck, my friend.
Thank you. She probably
Fuck
thinks she's a
HR.
stupid bitch.
Yeah, stop telling us what to do.
Yeah.
So elite.
I know.
God, it's so
Elitist.
elitist to like work at a job with HR,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like an HR department.
Definitely the one area of any company you don't ever want to talk to ever.
Do you guys want to look at Apple rankings?
Apple,
Like,
like
like
you mean
apples
like
the fruit or
Granny
product?
Smith?
No, you mean like the products, like which one is best selling, like MacBook Pro, iPad, iPhone, like what are?
That's a
Well,
yes.
AirPods are about to go up. I'll tell you that.
I'm a Honey Crisp bitch.
Oh,
give me a
Honeycrisp forever.
Fuji.
No.
Fuji all day.
You're
Fucking
Right.
right.
Red Delicious.
What is fucking AppleRankings.com? Are you kidding me?
AppleRankings.com. Sweet Tango. You guys want to talk
No.
about Sweet Tangos?
Fuck out of here.
Okay,
I've never
Sweet
seen a Sweet
Tango.
Tango. I've never seen one before with my own eyes.
can we all just agree that Red Delicious apples are the worst?
terrible?
The worst.
That's like saying
All right.
that's like saying Bradley Beal's the best player in the NBA. Get out of here.
What do you mean? I don't
Sweet
understand.
Tango.
Oh, okay.
It's fine, but not the best.
Red Delicious, 25, despicable, coffee grinds in a leather glove.
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Believe it or not, the coffee grinds in the leather glove known as the Red Delicious apple was once a robust firebrand credited with reinventing the apple from mere cider fruit into full-fledged lunch-worthy side piece.
Mm.
It even won the Stark Brothers Apple Contest in 1894.
18. That's not a contest. No.
Well,
I've
it's the
also
same
never
apple.
trusted the Stark brothers.
They had terrible taste.
These, it's got a 0 on the progress bar in taste, crispness, skin, flesh, and juiciness. Its beauty is high,
It's a
though.
dry ass apple.
And it's only getting bonus points for historical significance. Yeah, 1894. 1894's best apple. We could do better.
I don't even like apples. Like I'll eat an apple if I have no other choice and like really need a vegetable or something. But like,
It's a fruit.
yeah, it's like
Pink-
if I have to.
Accurate.
Sorry.
It is a
Pink
fruit.
Lady apple,
Got her.
a fiery troublemaker. The perfect
Ugh.
blend of sweet and tart. This fiery bitch is a headliner at supermarkets worldwide.
Who wrote this?
Yeah, because people are idiots. And they see the term pink lady and they're like, oh, must be good.
Mhm.
All right, Zach, what's your favorite apple?
Why is that?
Honeycrisp.
Yes, always.
Honeycrisp forever. It's the best apple. Fuji's
Does it-
good.
The
But
worldwide
Honeycrisp is the best.
favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a
It
basic
doesn't-
bitch.
It doesn't
It's not a
make
basic
your-
bitch. It's literally
Wait,
the
what
best.
was the number?
Green.
Oh, 4. Okay. Oh no, 95. Okay.
95, nearly
Created
perfect.
at,
The worldwide
created at the
favorite.
University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it's a Minnesota legend. It's the best one. Name a better one.
The Sweet Tango, obviously.
No, Sweet Tango's bullshit.
I've never seen it, but I
Yeah.
believe that it's better.
I may go to an orchard and see if I can find one. I would never
Trying
pick
to-
it myself, but
Oh,
I don't understand.
Snapdragon
people who
apple,
put
an
it-
envy apple, an opal apple, a tasty unwiped anus.
What?
Wow.
Oh God, a
Who's
yellow
writing
apple.
these descriptions?
Those words don't go together.
That feels like a paradox.
The opal apple looks like it
Jumbo
shit
shrimp.
itself. I apologize for being uncouth, but there is no more apt observation. Just look at the top of it. Looks like a jaundiced, freckled, unwiped anus.
Mm.
In fact, this may be the ugliest apple of the
Jaundiced?
modern era.
There's poop on it?
There's like a little brown noise. Oh, you can't.
Oh, like by the stem.
Little brown
Yeah.
action up in here.
Oh, okay. That
Yikes.
makes it make more sense. Okay.
I still feel like there was 100 other ways you could have.
Yeah, this person
described-
is trying to be edgy.
Yeah.
So hard.
They're apples. Like, it's not edgy.
You guys, is this why is there a donate button at the top of this website?
Also,
Because they need money to
Exactly.
write this incredible copy.
you know, is this crowdsourced or is this one person writing this? Because I get the
It's a
feeling that
phenomenal
one
question.
person,
Let's
Corny,
find
is
out.
writing all of this stuff. And I'm like, why would I trust one person's evaluation?
Yep.
Absolutely the fuck not. I am not trusting.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
But
out
is
on
get
it
out
that.
of here.
Is it
But he
because
worked
of the type of
on-
dog he has?
He
I
worked
trust
on
the dog before him.
Comedy
This is
Central's Not Safe with Nikki Glazer in 2016.
This
For
looks
how
like
long?
a student of the month at elementary school. What are we doing?
I just feel like Apple rankings should be there should be like a syndicate or something, you know? Like there's like people
Also,
more people that contributed to it. Like
You don't.
But-
You
you
don't
need
want
to have like heated discussion over
Well, look, you went to
over
an Apple
like,
factory.
tagline.
At least with the Stark brothers, there's more than one.
Right.
Still
Oh,
trash
no.
taste, but
All right. Well, sorry guys. Sorry for disappointing you with the apples.
Terrible.
One bad apple can ruin a whole bunch.
Let's do the Apple products.
All right, yeah, Apple products.
All right. I mean,
I don't like AirPod Pros.
AirPods. I'm just kidding.
I'm going iMac, number one.
Oh,
I'm MacBook Pro.
No,
MacBook Pro.
iPhone.
MacBook Pro.
iPhone number one.
MacBook Pro.
I'm going back to where it all
Think-
started.
I agree with Zach. iPhone.
I
Yeah.
think you have to
iPhone
go
all day.
iPhone. If
I
it's
just tried
practical.
to join this shit on an iPhone.
There's
Didn't
things you
fucking
can't
work.
do.
I'm on an
Couldn't fucking
iPhone.
manage it.
I'm on an iPhone.
Browser
Katie's on an
not
Yeah.
iPhone.
supported.
Yeah, but you can't fucking start it at the stream.
It's
or
really
at
hard to
people.
produce a show
How do
on
I?
an
How do
iPhone.
I'm in a Denmark hotel with very weak Wi-Fi, and somehow don't have the worst Wi-Fi on this.
Yeah, well, you don't have
in a
you don't have a
parking
guy
lot.
working in a cherry picker outside your house.
I told you
Yeah.
to
Parking
ask
lot.
him. Working hard or hardly working.
I mean, yeah, that would have really gotten me far. He would have had to lower himself down in the cherry picker. What'd you say? I said, are you working hard or hardly working? Oh, then he would have lifted himself right back up. Would have been tight.
You could catcall them. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
That's your answer to everything.
I definitely should have
works.
gone out there and been like, "Excuse me, people are trying to podcast for their livelihood right
Well,
now."
you're tall enough. You could have just looked him eye to eye while he was fixing that thing.
That's true.
Couldn't you just reach up there and fix it
Yeah.
yourself? Or-
Sorry,
got it.
you need some help over there. You need me to adjust
Did you
this
turn
for
it
you?
off and turn it back on?
I
Good
think that's what he
question.
did. It just took 30 fucking minutes.
It felt like an eternity.
Felt like 32.
Nobody wants to work anymore.
Okay. Does anybody have pillow recommendations for Mark Ordner?
Oh.
Has anyone bought a pillow recently?
I'm a big memory foam guy. I think that's why it's harder for me to stay asleep in hotels, is because there are no memory foam pillows. But yeah, I'm real big on the memory foam.
You know, you can
I-
request them sometimes.
Oh really? Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes
I
I
have-
give it
being
to
made
someone.
right now.
Fuck
I have
yeah.
a Cushion Lab one that I like. I don't use it. I was trying to get used to using pillows. I don't sleep with pillows actually, but I do.
What?
If I did use pillows, I feel like it is one that Maze loves to make
Yeah,
fun of. How I sleep.
Katie Eden
What?
sleeps like a fucking vampire. She sleeps
In
on
your
her
coffin?
back, no pillows.
I have a baby pillow, so it's like it's literally made for. It's a memory foam baby pillow made for children.
Made out of babies?
Yeah,
That's
Morbid.
Stem cell
like-
pillow?
yeah.
I love a maternity
I'm
pillow.
gonna watch my hand
is
motions from now on.
unparalleled.
The what?
I don't-
pillow?
Okay.
The
Maternity.
purple one?
Maternity. I sleep with a maternity pillow every night, and I will be
That's the big
childless
one,
forever,
right?
God willing.
I don't mind sidling up to a body pillow just to throw on the side there. That's not bad.
But the
I like
maternity pillow is a body pillow, but more and better.
Is it a
Yeah.
U shape, Katie?
It's like it's like a U, or the one I have is kind of like a C. It's
I don't want to be
perfect.
trapped. No, it's
It's
trapped.
Oh no, it's amazing. It's perfect for my autistic ass and my sensory issues.
Oh, hello, puppy.
Mr. Luca making it.
I'm
It
supposed
looks
to
like you just
steal
threw
a.
him.
I did onto the bed.
I'm supposed to steal a pillow from this hotel, so I've been requested. You have to apparently request more pillows and then strategically place them throughout the room so they don't keep track of how many pillows are in here, and then you stuff one into your suitcase because they collapse pretty easily. That's my task here.
Why is this
Allegedly.
your task? Is this
Because somebody asked me to, Mo.
just a weird one? Just a weird thing.
No kink shaming, but yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, go get double teamed by your maternity pillow, okay?
I'm gonna. You just gave me some ideas, actually. I can install some additions. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Does your
I'll
maternity
be sewing
pillow
tonight.
does your maternity pillow look like this? Is it like cradling you?
Yes. Well, I can't
Like
see it,
this?
but it does cradle you. Yep.
Yeah.
I
That's
go the
awful.
I flip the other
Don't
way
knock it
though,
till you
and I
try
have
it.
it come at me from behind.
It's
Different
gonna
It's
make
li-
you a
different
maternity
folks.
pillow.
It's literally shaped like a 6 or a 9. Like, this is too easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up the entire bed. Like it takes up over
It's
half
not
the bed,
aesthetically
right?
pleasing. It's not.
Mm.
When you want to have a nice made bed, toss
Been
her in
there.
the closet. Yeah. Zach knows how he's always throwing him in the closet. Go ahead, girl. Shut the door.
All right. Well, that was more pillow talk
This is
than
fun. It's
than
good
I
to
was
laugh.
expecting.
Pillow talk, yeah.
Oh,
We
pillow
like to have
talk, I
fun.
like it.
Pillow
Yeah.
Not the my
Are
pillow.
you-
Didn't hear that tossed out there.
No.
I have 2 of those because somebody told me to buy them before that bad news bears happened. So I just have 2 of them. Thanks, Grandma.
Wait, you have 2 what? You have 2
My
what?
pillows.
Oh my god.
Is that a brand or like?
It's
That's
like
it's the Trump guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like my grandma bought it, and then I think very shortly after, because I asked her for some pillows, and she's like, "I heard these are good." And then
Oops.
now I'm Trump supporting every time I go to sleep.
How's that support though? Like head support, not Trump
They're not
support.
great. I mean, they fucking they squish down incredibly easily. So like they poof out if you don't rest your head on it. But then as soon as you put your head on it, it
Useless.
it
Just like Trump.
like deflates.
Mm.
Paul Mooney's Wine Patch says, "Are you team Hostess or team Little Debbie?"
Gross
Hostess.
and gross.
Hostess all day.
I'm neither, but I guess
Yeah.
hostess if I have to be.
Gross.
Hostess makes Twinkies, right? That's the best product of all.
Wait, is Little Debbie the cosmic brownie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Little Debbie's the zebra cake too, right?
I'll go Little Debbie, but it's disgusting.
I'm not
Little
gonna lie.
Debbie's-
I love a zebra cake.
Little Debbie's are not around here. I don't remember seeing them very often. So
think
I
Little Debbie has more options than
that's true.
Hostess.
ice
'cause
cream
I do
now.
fuck with the ding dong though. I like ding dongs.
I was like, ding dongs and Twinkies are the only Hostess and powdered donuts. I
what's
guess.
that
Those are
face,
the only
Zach?
things I
You don't
know.
like ding dongs?
No, I'm in Openhagen right now. Apparently, that's
Oh.
just,
I'm gonna install a ding dong into my maternity pillow tonight.
just one.
One for now, one to start.
You gotta hit him with the not 5.
optional ding dong attachment.
5 ding dongs.
What about a ho ho? Is that better? Is that better for everybody?
Oh, I'll take a
Ding
ho-ho.
dong for the ho
Take a
Ho
ho-ho
ho
all day,
over
yeah.
a ding dong.
What is a ho ho though?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
The ho ho is the roll up, and the ding dong is the circle. If I remember
Oh,
correctly.
so it's like the Swiss cake roll, the Little Debbie's Swiss cake roll. Is a ho-ho.
Oh.
Yeah, the ding dong is the
I don't
circular
think-
one. Ho
I
ho
don't
is
think-
the log one.
I don't think Deb is beating either the Twinkie or the cupcake. Everything else is fine, but those are 2 elite
Yeah.
products.
I
You're
hate
not.
a
You're not
Twinkie.
wrong. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
So
Yeah.
like, give me the elite products. Even if 3 through everything else is going to Little Debbie, I'm just going with the top 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say in your defense, they're not deep frying Little Debbie's at state fairs.
That's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
right.
I'm pretty sure someone has done a deep fried oatmeal cream pie. Okay, just because you haven't seen it with your own eyes.
Eden,
I'm pretty sure that
your
exists.
words. Words are
That's it.
powerful.
That sounds awful.
Also installing that on the pillow.
That's what's gonna happen after she installs it.
At garbage tits with a Z.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let's
We've gone
ask
places.
Zach, since Zach is here. We did this at the very beginning, but we'll ask you, which is your reactions. They want you to rank your reactions in order of funniest to least.
Okay.
Too many options in a list. Gen Zers using patois.
Oof.
Ope. Telling a story about making friends he didn't want, and there is no
Okay.
fifth option, but this is just to annoy Zach.
Okay. Well, all right. So what the ones I like the most, the reaction I like the most,
The
versus
funniest
the
to least funny.
For me or for I think for everybody, the making friends I don't want is the funniest. I know Mo likes that the most because
Cracks
he's
me
an
up.
asshole.
Mo is loving
Yeah.
that.
Cracks me up every time. It's so just not your vibe.
Oh my god.
I'm perplexed how it keeps happening.
Same. You're
any-
perplexed.
Any friends at Openhagen?
You're so uninviting.
No, I've only been here a couple hours.
Okay.
I mostly didn't talk to people in Amsterdam. I kind of just like listened to stuff and walked around and just took it all in. But yeah, like a couple of people I talked to, and they were very nice. But I'm not trying to like, all right, let me get your WhatsApp. Like, I'm not into that. I'm good.
Ugh.
God, no.
At
All right,
Talk
so
Hoops on WhatsApp, by the way. At Talk Hoops. At
It
Talk
probably
Hoops.
is.
At Openhagen on WhatsApp.
at Openhagen on WhatsApp. All right, so funniest is probably
Grindr.
the friends. Second funniest. Wait, what was the third option?
It was too many options in the list. Gen Zers using patois.
Oh, okay.
Ope and telling a story about making friends he didn't want.
Ope is second funniest. Third funniest is too many options. Fourth funniest is Gen Z patois. Fuck your fifth option. Although, thank you for the question.
That was the question.
Ope is my favorite. Ope has become my favorite easily.
Hope is pretty funny. Like when I hear you
Yeah.
guys use it on Cinephobe, it kind of cracks me up, and I know it's going to carry over to everything.
I legitimately make that noise just in everyday life, and almost nobody picks up on it. when something bad happens or something offensive, I do and no one picks up on it.
Yeah, that's fair. But it wasn't always in Cinephobe. Like you started doing it more.
Yeah. I definitely once. Was it you or was it Amin who noticed it? Whoever noticed it, once that got brought up as like something I'm doing, then I was actively doing it rather than just passively doing it.
Okay. All right, digging through the crates here. Oh, what a stream this has been. What a stream we have had
This is our
today.
best one.
Listen,
It was
listen.
funny
I tried
reading
my
the
best.
messages.
Okay.
First half hour was great.
I was
watching
like,
most
Mace,
of it.
can you just log in to end the call? Like,
I kind of like it better if it's just going.
Eden and Emily being
going.
held hostage on the stream is kind of hilarious.
y'all,
So
you guys, I just want to
extreme.
state for the record, y'all have, like, we actually all do, but like the person that is actually producing the stream, there's such a difference between being the person producing the stream and someone that just has to show up to it. Okay, I was mentally prepared for just showing up.
Eden, the easiest job in the world is being the co-host or the guest on a
Yes.
podcast, on a
Yes.
show.
100%.
Just not being the main host. That is
All
the
you have to
easiest
do is
job in the
show
world. Oh my
Easiest.
god.
I was like, I
Tomless
can't even end the call.
asks, do you have a specific genre of movie you do not like watching?
Yes, war movies. War movies.
feel like
I
this
just
is
don't.
not that
My
long
brain
ago,
doesn't
too.
process them, and I just stop paying attention. I
don't
recognize
love-
that a lot of great movies are Saving Private Ryan, blah blah. They're
Never
great
seen it.
movies. What I've heard, yeah. But I'm just like
Saving Private Ryan, blah blah.
the second there's
That's the
like
sequel.
a tank or like someone in a soldier uniform on the screen, I'm just like I'm going to sleep immediately.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
a
we
tie
were-
between westerns and war movie. I don't love a war movie either.
It's kind of the
It's
same.
yeah,
you
it's
think
kind of the same
about
thing. Or, unless we're counting musical. I can't stand a fucking musical.
Oh,
I don't count
yeah.
those as movies.
Yeah.
No.
For me, it's paranormal horror movies.
Oh, I love that.
Just
I don't-
paranormal.
Yeah, like I don't mind a movie that's like jump scare or whatever, or like A Quiet Place or any of that. Like I don't mind those, but it's like when it's a super like paranormal, like Exorcist type stuff. No thanks, I'm out.
I watched A Quiet Place day one on the plane. That was fun.
That was fun. I liked it. I
Yeah.
watched it the other day. It's actually pretty good.
That's a good franchise.
It's a fun, just cool. This is the fun start to how this all happened.
Yeah.
It was a fun idea.
Oh, it's the prequel movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
It's like you don't have to have seen the other two
No.
to enjoy it, because it's literally like, okay, aliens come.
Did we decide that the
Spoiler
second one
alert.
was good or bad? Yeah, spoiler alert.
Thanks.
I like the second one.
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
I just
Okay,
missed
so
it,
that-
the second one. And I saw the third one pop up and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I just never watched the second one, but I was just realized I had no idea what the general consensus was. General consensus among people whose movie opinions I trust, obviously.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mike.
Westerns are the easiest to fall asleep to. I don't mind them in terms of what they do. Like they can be cool and like the music and the landscapes and stuff, but they're very boring usually. Like I remember watching The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I want to say when I was 16 or something like that, and it's 3.5 hours. And
Yeah.
you get to the end, and then you finally got The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly doing the standoff, and they take 20 minutes of them staring at each other before they do anything. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
We get it.
you're all
it.
together. Can
Do
we
you think they
shoot
had-
somebody?
They had the music, and they're like, "Oh, we have to use this, and we have
Oh,
to use the whole
Sergio-
thing."
Sergio Leone is cooking. We gotta let him rock a little bit more.
I
I
like
don't
a
like
western
most
if it's a good
movies
western.
set before there was like good plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anything before that, nah, not really that
Yeah.
interested.
The idea of the smell bothers me. Gallow Walkers I wouldn't consider
Especially
a
when they
western.
fuck, I'm like, oh,
Gallow Walkers is like a zombie movie, more or less. I love zombie movies.
A western zombie movie.
Yeah, it's more zombie than western though.
Okay.
I don't really like horror movies. It doesn't need to be paranormal
Really?
horror.
Man,
I
That's
do.
not really my.
Yeah,
my
they're
I love
jam.
horror
guilty
movies.
pleasure. Guilty pleasure for sure.
You know what I rewatched not that long ago was The Audition. That's a fucked up movie.
Wait, the audition, the Japanese one. Okay.
Yeah, the Japanese
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it is a fucked up movie. It's still like, even knowing everything that's coming, it's fucked.
I can't say I've ever been like, I really want to rewatch this because just the one time was.
I was talking
enough
about
for me.
I was talking about it with somebody and he kept like, he's like, oh yeah, I watched it again. Blah, blah. I was like, really, rewatch that? All right, I'll rewatch it, and
Well, yeah, holds up.
I'm
though?
good. Yeah,
One of your new
it
friends?
holds up. It holds up, but it's
Yeah, it's an insane movie.
fucked. Yeah,
It's just there's no other way to describe it to someone. You're just like, it's just an insane movie. Like,
yeah.
I watched Kinds of Kindness last weekend, which is the new Yorgos movie, with like Emma Stone and Willem Dafoe and Jesse Plemons and just amazing people. It's 3 hour-long movies in one, or like 50-minute movies. So it's like
Okay.
3 different movies with the same cast playing different people, and it is so fucking weird. And
I don't like that.
I obviously wanted to like it, and I didn't really, and I want to watch it again because it was pretty fucking confusing because I didn't realize that it was gonna like start over with a new plot an
Yeah.
hour in.
Yeah.
But also it's 3 hours. So I'm really torn on this because I want to give it another shot, but also I don't think it's worth it.
3 hours. It's like a total of 6 hours to the movie
like-
that you.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
like
if you
I
watch
could watch
it
the
again,
first part again,
yeah, couldn't
maybe.
you split it up?
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
into
do
3
that. Maybe I'll
parts.
just watch
Yeah.
one at a time.
Now that you know, like you could just split it up.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
might be a whole different experience for you then at that point.
Yeah,
Oh, what else did I watch on the plane? Civil War.
I want to
Oh,
watch that. Was it good?
It's fine. I was
is it
just
about the
expecting.
Civil War or?
It's like a new Civil War, like
the
modern
Civil
day
War
Civil
that's
War.
coming. And
Yeah.
Eden, are you ready? Like,
Yeah, but you're
it's
like
actually a future documentary.
You're like dropped into like the end of it,
Is
basically.
it dystopian though, or is it?
Yeah, it's dystopian.
Because I love a
but
dystopian, but I don't know that I.
Same, but it just wasn't like, I don't know. I guess I was
Something?
expecting it to be way more than it was. Like it's good, but
Yeah.
I was expecting like something really, I don't know, something that really like leaves its mark, and it just.
So a question for you then, though, because like I haven't seen it, but you said it drops in towards the end of the Civil War.
Yeah,
would it have been more interesting if it showed you the beginning?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like there's not. It's one of those like I could have used some exposition.
Right.
Like I really could have. Like I could have used
Civil
some
War day
flashbacks
one
and everything. Yeah.
Civil War day one.
Maybe
Day
we
one,
set that up. Yeah. Because you don't get a lot of the fuck plays Ron Swan, Nick Offerman. Like he's the president, and like you don't get a lot of him. And I'm like, you got Nick Offerman, like
use him,
like use him. Yeah, it's just you don't. It's I don't know. It's kind of like a media movie in a way, which I'm after the way basketball media responded to Spotlight winning the Oscar. I'm all good on that. I love me some media. Obviously, I'm a part of it technically, but we got to stop blowing ourselves over every little accomplishment where real journalism happens versus like what we do.
I mean, we don't do real journalism.
Exactly.
Mo really whispered that in there.
Yeah, just quietly. Is anybody excited for the new Beetlejuice?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I rewatched Beetlejuice not that long ago, and still a banger. I'm here for it.
Is it live or animated?
It's live. It's Michael Keaton. It's
reprising
Captain O'Hara. They got the
Jenna
girl
Ortega?
from Jenna Ortega, who's the girl who plays Wednesday.
Oh yeah, she's in like everything these days.
She's the new Christina Ricci, so it makes sense that she would be in this.
Good thing I like her.
What's that movie? Freeman's Girl.
Miller's Girl.
Or Miller's Girl. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a big
Okay,
suck.
it's been on my watch list forever. I haven't watched it yet.
Watch the trailer and don't open up the rest of the movie. The trailer's great. The trailer it makes you think it's going to be something.
Yeah,
that movie sucked.
Oh no!
I know.
Thank God I heard this from someone whose movie's opinions I trust.
So boring, so pointless. Not what the trailer makes you think it's going to be.
Oh, the trailer! That's one of the perfect examples of a trailer totally misleading you.
Mm-hmm. Misled me into watching it. Wish I hadn't.
Yeah, because that Netflix trailer makes it look very compelling.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
Damn. All right, Cinephobe episode. Let's go.
No, I don't want to watch it again.
Oh, well, you got my next pick. 29%.
Please vote that shit up. Please, everybody vote it up.
But Alfonso Duralde says my worst list of 2024 starts right here. How could we get through 2024 and not watch that movie?
Ugh, I have so many other picks.
I mean, I'm not interested in Beetlejuice just because I'm not interested in this, like, let's kick the tires on more IP shit. Like, I think we've really run out of gas in terms of bringing back everything we've already done again. Is it
we're not making original stuff anymore. No one's making original stuff. No one's creating IP. We're just reusing IP. We're just selling nostalgia.
And we're just doing this with all Michael Keaton movies? Are we getting a multiplicity reboot? Like, what's happening here? This is just the Flash started this?
Like, I think Tim Burton... I think Tim Burton has been coasting on his own success for over 10 years now.
Yeah, other than Victor Wembanyama, he really hasn't had a hit in a long time.
I'm struggling to figure out.
Victor Wembanyama looks like a Tim Burton character.
That is a crazy leap right there. I've been
saying it for 2 years. Eden loved it. What are you talking about? Eden loved it.
I mean, she almost fell off the screen. Let me read you Tim Burton's latest accomplishments. Okay. Wednesday, the show. I didn't watch it.
Never saw
I liked it.
I'm sure it was fine. And of course, it's with Jenna Ortega, so that's why she's in the new movie. Dumbo. He made He
They
made
did
a
a
live
live-
action Dumbo in 2019.
I missed
What?
that.
There was
Miss
a live action
Peregrine's-
Dumbo in 20.
Yes. You know who was in the live action Dumbo? Eden.
What, an
Dumbo.
elephant?
Jenna Ortega.
Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Danny
Helena Bonham
DeVito,
Carter.
Michael Keaton.
Eva Green,
Okay.
Alan Arkin.
Wait, this is like an enormous cast. Like,
Yeah, this was a big movie that nobody gave a shit about.
aw.
Does it qualify?
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Big Eyes,
No,
Frankenweenie, Dark Shadows, Alice in Wonderland, Sweeney Todd. We're already back to 2007. Like the Sweeney
which-
Todd movie was all right.
No, I hated it. That was stupid.
Because
It was just
The-
a musical in
Yeah,
movie form.
the Willy Wonka with, or no, the Alice in Wonderland with what's his name, with
Yeah.
Johnny
Johnny Depp.
Depp. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just doing all Johnny Depp movies in
Right.
like
That was-
mid to late 2000s.
That I
I'm-
think that was the first or second movie I saw in 3D in the theaters.
Yeah.
Like when they got 3D
Yeah.
right, and I did not like that experience. That was not fun. I hated it. It was the opposite of seeing Pacific Rim, which was the other movie that I saw in 3D, and that one I was like, "This is great. This is what 3D is for."
I wanted to like those Alice in Wonderland movies so bad. It's honestly I love the book. The original book is like probably one of my top read books in my entire life. Grew up reading Lewis Carroll.
Cartoon's great.
The cartoon is amazing. Like
Yeah.
it's actually still one of the audiobooks I put on to fall asleep to, just because it's like it's a familiar story. But like I was so disappointed. Like they overcomplicated the plot, and like I feel like they just tried to like strike a balance between what they interpreted, what the author was intending to do in the original writing, but it wasn't
Yeah.
followable. It wasn't a cohesive story that anyone could follow. I was watching sober too, so
Because it's Tim Burton, and
Yeah,
he's lost it.
He goes nuts.
He just tried to make it look weird rather than making a fascinating movie.
aesthetically it looked great, but I'm just
Yeah.
like the plot.
I don't
made
even
no
think it
sense.
did.
Well,
It wasn't terrible.
He
Yeah,
has
it
great
didn't look-
production design. Cool.
Sure, but like it looked like someone doing a Tim Burton impression of what that movie would look like. You know what I mean? Like it just looked like someone trying to make a Tim Burton movie, except that was Tim Burton instead of
It's
just
like-
him making a
Like,
movie.
you ran it through Gen AI and was like, create an Alice in
Right.
Wonderland movie in the
Yes.
style of Tim Burton.
Yes,
Mhm.
That might be what he did.
it's yeah.
He was
Fair,
lazy.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Testing out
19
alpha versions of ChatGPT.
like
Yeah.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice,
Banger,
Batman,
banger,
Edward
banger,
Scissorhands, Batman
banger,
Returns, Ed
banger,
Wood,
Banger,
Mars Attacks.
banger.
Like that's a great run right there.
That's
Right.
that's an all-time run.
From 85 to 96. And then
Yeah.
I think ever since like Sleepy Hollow, I think some people like that.
I didn't mind it, but
I think I
I don't
liked
want
it.
to. I don't want to rewatch it to find out.
When did that come out though? I was like-
99.
Yeah, I was about to
99,
say I don't trust my opinion at that age though. I was like, I think I
Oh,
remember liking it, but I was what, like 12?
I don't think there's a better movie critic than 17-year-old Zach Harper right here. That's the peak of my
Oh,
movie.
boy.
That is what led
Certainly
you
not
onto the path that
42-year-old
you're
Zach
on
Harper.
today.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of losing it, I've lost it compared to 17-year-old Zach Harper.
But he did make the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes, which we do have to do.
Oh
on
god,
Cinema.
Oh God, that
Isn't it
was
like
so
2
bad.
it's like 2 hours
Well-
and 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll do the Tim Burton referendum. It's only 2
Oh,
hours. It's not
okay.
220.
Which
got
means
the
it'll be
greatest-
4-hour recording.
It's gonna be the opposite of Taxi.
Minimum.
The golden dumpster is gonna be the last scene.
Lock
I
me
already
in for
know.
that right now.
Lock me in, dude.
Yeah.
Because I watched that whole movie and it was not good and I was not excited. And then I saw Abraham Lincoln and
Abraham Lincoln,
popped.
man.
I lost my shit.
That is a great example of a movie being absolute shit for an hour and 58 minutes, and then at the end they make you think, wait, did I like that?
Wait,
Was that
Win
good?
you
More
over
of
with
this?
one scene.
Oh my god.
Damn it. Hate it when they do that.
Ugh. It was the opposite of Split.
Mm.
Split, I loved
Oh.
until the final scene. I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here with your
Right.
little M. Night Shyamalan universe. Get out of here.
Have you seen the trailers for the new McAvoy movie coming up? It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
two
what's it
couples on
about?
vacation.
Yes.
and
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Ooh,
I'm
what's
here
it
for
called?
that.
It's called Speak No Evil.
Yeah,
Oh,
and,
nice. Okay, yeah,
two-
I think I have.
Two couples meet on vacation. He's like, "Come back to our country house," and then he goes psycho. He's trying to be Gerard Butler in that movie,
Yeah, but if Gerard Butler was a good actor,
right? It's
Yeah.
like if a good actor was pretending to be Gerard Butler.
Well,
Like,
this is
he
what
called
Gerard
up
Butler
Jerry,
would
was
look
like-
like if he was a good actor. This
yeah,
is
he's
the
like, "Hey Jerry, check this out. I'm gonna make this movie."
Just two Scotsmen
Yeah,
cutting
two
it up. But
Scotsmen
yeah.
cutting it up.
He's gotten kind of weirdly like bulky. Like he's not
Yeah.
a big dude,
It's-
but he's
it's-
bulked
No, but
up.
he's
started with
cut.
Split. It
Yeah.
started with
Yeah, it
Split.
started with
That's the
Split.
guy.
I wish Maze would clip the Planet of the Apes musical from The Simpsons.
Oh
That's
God,
Dr.
Dr.
Zayas,
Zayas,
Dr.
Dr.
Zayas.
Zayas. Oh,
Top 5.
Dr.
Simpsons
Zayas,
themes,
Dr.
like,
Zayas.
right
yeah,
there.
that's it. Yo, you do. It's a CT5 song for me. It's
Troy
number one.
McClure.
Yeah.
I can sing. Help me, Dr. Zayas.
We should do CT5 Simpson songs.
Oh man.
Monorail.
used to
There's
have-
a lot
I used
of
to have the
legends.
Simpsons
Monorail, Stone
CD.
Cutters.
I used to have
Stone
the,
Gutters. Oh,
I used to have the CD, so it was like the first 6 or 7 seasons or something like that, like all the
Yeah.
songs in a row. So the Garbage Man can. I clipped that for a minute work. Like I
Yes.
probably have them all memorized, which is fucked up.
not a great binge watch.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, I've
Well, there's just too many.
tried.
It's a
Yeah.
great, but it's a great fall asleep to.
I've
It's a great
heard
fall asleep to, and it's a great like just turn on the TV and it's on a random channel,
Yeah.
and you can dive in for like 3-4 episodes in a row if they have a little marathon going. But not a great like, all right, I'm gonna start watching this season. Or, like,
I've heard from one of my friends that likes to partake in a gummy occasionally
Yeah.
that the Simpsons, for if you haven't rewatched the episodes too many times, like it can be fun to pop a gummy and watch and put on the Simpsons is what I've heard. So
I read that at first as My Pillow. That's my name. That's
The name again is My Pillow. And Adam Jameson reminded me, I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to
Ape to
chimpanzee.
chimpanzee.
What a great.
Oh, you'll
Oh.
never make a monkey.
yo,
You'll never make a monkey.
monkey.
No, you'll
You'll
never
never
make a
make a
monkey out
monkey.
of me.
me.
Troy McClure.
speaking of animations with like catchy songs and tracks, have y'all watched the new seasons of Animaniacs? Because like they're actually
No,
really
but I want
good
to.
and like really
New
clever.
Animaniacs.
Yeah,
I love the anime.
they're on season 3 of dude, and honestly it holds up. Like I only watched season 1 a few years ago. I think it released during the pandemic, but
That sounds
there's
right.
Yep,
there's 3
2020
seasons
revival.
now, and I realized I hadn't watched the second season because I saw the 3rd season pop up, and I was like, oh, watching them, I'm like, I actually kind of had it on in the background, but I was like, oh, there's like actually some really clever, funny references. Like it's very poignant and like of the times also now. So I really recommend the Animaniacs and like giving that a watch. Like even if it's like, and they're like 20-minute episodes, so like super low commitment. Like you can just like watch one or something. But like I really recommend that for a casual fun
Where
binge.
is that on Max? What's the
Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Yeah. But like I was like really surprised because I was like had it on in the background and I was like, oh wait, some of this is like really clever and like really smart actually. So
Do you know what Mrs. Doubtfire's favorite streaming service is?
I'm hanging up the call.
Could see that one coming 2 miles.
Can my internet go back out? Can you turn that shit off again?
can you just can you take some scissors and just chop
Everybody in the cherry picker.
Maze is gonna walk outside with a sledgehammer
Yeah.
right now. and just-
Also, cherry picker sounds racist. I gotta say.
Cherry picker.
Yeah. There you go. Kick saving a butte.
Mike has a good question though, Eden. Do they have Pinky in the Brain?
They
New Pinky in
do.
the Brain.
Yeah.
All right.
They do.
with the theme song.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same one as before because yeah. It's
Yeah, this insane.
great. I love.
All right. Well, thank you to Eden and Emily for holding it down
Yes.
for 30 minutes.
God.
while the internet went
Heroes.
out.
What a time.
Thank you to Katie and Mo. Thank you to Zach and Openhagen. Go
Yeah.
enjoy your Euro trip.
Going to.
I'm
Next week,
amazed.
Eden and Emily will do a 24-hour stream. So don't.
Let's never do this.
Yeah,
I was about to say, let's never do this again.
Next week, I'm gonna turn it on and then leave.
Just leave.
We'll
I
see
will be
what
right
happens.
behind you. I am going to just leave too. Okay. That's the thing is, if you don't leave immediately, then you can't leave. So if I leave
Yeah.
immediately after you, then it's like hands off.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah.
but
I didn't even know you left. I didn't even know it happened. That's crazy. All right, thanks everybody. Catch you next time on the mailbag.